Yeah, welcome back to the Kalinga Stadium, where we've just seen Germany put on a superb fourth quarter performance, scoring 3 goals. They've come from a goal down to beat the Netherlands by 4 goals to 1. And I'm delighted to say that joining me in the studio here, I've got Indian sporting royalty, 18-time Grand Slam tennis champion, boom, Leander Pace, and of course, a hockey legend himself, who is so smart, Jugbir Singh. Gents, go on, give him a high five, bang. Leander, I know you're only here for a short period of time. You've got 15 minutes before you've got to leave for your flight, so we'll keep it quick. Of course, people might not know this at home, but you do have a hockey background, or at least your family does, your father.
Yes, I had some big shoes I had to fill into, mate. My dad got a medal in '72 in Munich, and he never let me sit at the dining table with him till I won my own Olympic medal.
So can I ask you a question? Do you allow him to sit with you? Has he got 18 Grand Slam titles?
Mate, I don't have a choice. He put food on the table for me.
Very good. What have you thought about the hockey? I mean, what do you think about the stadium? What do you think about the game that you just witnessed?
Mate, I'm so happy to actually see hockey in such a fantastic arena in Odisha. It's my first time here to see the stadium packed. I'm sure when the Indian team plays, it would just, the atmosphere here would be magic. And as far as this match goes, the matchup between the Netherlands and Germany are always fantastic. The Netherlands are known for their offense, the Germans for their defense, and you see the Germans scoring 4 goals today. Yeah, I mean, fantastic effort.
Last time, of course, they won 5-1 in '98, Germany against the Netherlands, and the Netherlands went on to win the World Cup, so they'll be hoping that that repeats itself. Let's have a look at the goals in that game. And just at the beginning of the show, when we were rolling them, Leander, you were saying, look at the power on that flick from Ruhr. But in fact, actually, Germany scored all the goals today.
That's right. And the first short corner that Germany had, I love the way they passed it behind them. That pass there is just fantastic. I mean, it's tough enough to follow the ball at that speed. And when you do the back door pass, as Jazz just called it, was just phenomenal.
Yeah. Gabriel, I'm sorry, I haven't even spoken to you. I'm starstruck. I've got Mr. Pace in the studio. What did you make of this game? Gabriel, what did you make of this game?
Well, it was electrifying, I can tell you. When the goings get tough, the tough get going. That's what Germany did today. They were brilliant. They were outstanding. Even being trailing 1 goal down, it's phenomenal. Coming back, just hitting back 4 goals in such a wonderful manner. They were throughout the pitch. Netherlands had no chance, absolutely no chance towards the end. But then, as we say, missing and winning never go together. If you miss 6 penalty corners, you had it. They just had 4 and they made the best of it.
Okay, well, next up, it's the 2 sides that lost their opener in Pool D, Pakistan and Malaysia. And Malaysia, I guess, will be hoping that they have the complete reverse performance that the Dutch have just put out. So you never know. Sport's a funny thing, isn't it, Leander?
It really is, mate. The margins between winning and losing are so small. And especially with hockey on this AstroTurf now, with the new rules that are played, it's made hockey so exciting. You can just keep rotating, substitutes in and out. The speed of the game is what gets me.
And Jabir, they'll be delighted that one team won that first game, because it now means whatever the result of this one, they're still both mathematically in with a chance of making the next round.
So we have the clash of titans between the European teams. Now it is the Asian teams, because Pakistan and Malaysia have been playing together for quite some time, though Pakistan has an edge. But I believe with Roland Altman there in the with the Malaysian side, there'll be a difference, because Roland has been with the Pakistan also, and he knows the inside out. He has brought in a good defensive structure, even though it wasn't visible against Netherlands, but I'm sure it'll be a great game today.
Well, Roland's been, India, Pakistan and Malaysia all in a year. He's been making the moves around Asia. But did you ever find that when coaches moved, did you ever have a coach that coached you that then moved to one of your big rivals, and then did that give you a spur at all?
Yes, I had Tony Roach as a coach for many years, and the great Tony Roach coached Patrick Rafter, he coached Philippoussis, he coached Leighton Hewitt, and he also coached Ivan Lendl back in the day. So I think that modern sport, the greats of the game are coming back into the game to share their knowledge, and that's the beautiful part about coaching nowadays.
Yeah, okay, well, let's have a look at the head-to-head between these 2 sides, and it will tell us that in the 30 matches, Pakistan, well, they have a healthy lead by 18 wins to 4 and 8 draws. But as we all know, sport isn't played out in statistics, is it, Leander? And Malaysia will come into this full of hope for a win.
Yes, I think this next match is going to be a good match, and as you rightly mentioned, I think both these teams are really happy that Germany put on the performance they did. To see Ruhr, that penalty stroke that he took right in the top left corner in the top net was just magical, and this is going to be another cracker match.
Joby, your thoughts ahead of the Malaysia-Pakistan game?
Well, both the teams didn't have much opportunities to make circle penetrations. Malaysia rarely went to the Netherlands attacking circle. On the other side, Pakistan played a brilliant game. They defended very well, even though they had just one penalty corner, which they could have done better. But then today, I'm sure they'll be hunting for a penalty corner. They've got an experienced side compared to Malaysians. Malaysia will depend upon Faisal Sari and Tajuddin in the attack, and Pakistan will rely more on the defense because it's the way they played against Germany. And I'm sure penalty corners will make a lot of difference.
You touch on penalty corners. Alain Bilal is going to have to be spot on, isn't he, from the top of the circle for Pakistan?
He's been scoring brilliantly. He scored recently a hat-trick against Oman, so I'm sure he'll be boosting with confidence.
Slight upping of the opponent, though, from Oman. No disrespect to Oman, to Malaysia. But Malaysia have got something to prove here, haven't they?
They have everything, I would say, to prove, because after going down 7 goals, a bit demoralized, a bit on the back foot, but yes, they have everything to play for because you rarely get those opportunities. They did pretty well during the Asian Games also, beating India in the semi-finals in penalty shootout. They were unfortunate, they were unlucky, just leaving it to Japan after leading 5-3 at one time. Imagine then it went on to 6-6, and then finally they lost that opportunity.
That takes something coming back from. Yeah. But Leander, let's come to you now. I know you've got to go, so where do you think this one's going to go, Malaysia or Pakistan?
I'm going to lean towards the Pakistanis, but at the same time, for both these teams, it's a must-win situation. Yeah. Looking at their group, you've got two of the best teams in the whole tournament there in Germany and in Holland. This one's going to be, whoever wins this one will still have a chance, but whoever doesn't looks their way out.
Jabir, where are you putting your money?
Pakistan.
Not that you're better, obviously.
No.
But if you had your Monopoly money, where would you put it?
Yeah. Officially?
Yeah.
I think Pakistan has an edge.
Right? Very good. Well, we'll soon see soon enough. Leander, thank you so much. A real pleasure to have you up here.
Thank you so much.
Always a joy to see you. So there you go. Malaysia, Pakistan. It's coming up next in Pool D. Join us after the break for the match.
Pakistan came to Bhubaneswar in the Odisha World Cup 2018, hoping to put in performances which would bring them to the world's attention. Germany definitely took note, winning 1-0. Pakistan failed to score, but they definitely got a good start here at the Klinger Stadium. For Malaysia, it was anything but. The Netherlands were on fire. Brinkman, Hertzberger and co were just too good. In a battling and bruising encounter, Malaysia had an absolute off day. S. Kumar, though, was on fire. Yeah, Pakistan and Malaysia know each other well. The second and third ranked teams in Asia both lost in their opening matches, but very much in Bhubaneswar in differing styles. Whilst Pakistan performed, Malaysia rather whimpered that neither got a win. Both now need one more than anything at all. Well, the Malaysian fans are in, taking selfies and making sure they get their shots and their memories to remember. Hopefully you're enjoying the action at the moment. For Pakistan and Malaysia, no points apiece there. Third and fourth in the group. Germany, of course, that superb 4-1 win against Netherlands sits them at the top of the pool of D, pool of death, Pool D. We're going to hear now from Malaysian coach Roland Albans.
Roland, a tough opener for Malaysia the other day. What have you said to your team coming in this evening against Pakistan?
Yeah, the most important thing is that we have to forget that game. In the end, you lost 3 points, no more, no less. And before we started here, we knew that we have to win the match with Pakistan to go through to the next round, to the crossover. So nothing has changed, although we lost by a big margin. I think the boys need to get back their confidence. We worked hard on that the last couple of days. I must say, in the practice, they really showed that they are willing to bounce back in the best possible way. So I'm quite confident that we see a completely different Malaysia today.
Well, he will know best both these teams because he coached Pakistan previously before taking on the Malaysian job. Now we'll hear from new head coach of Pakistan, Rehan Butt.
Rehan, your game against Germany, Pakistan must have taken a lot of positives out of. How do you move forward into tonight's clash against Malaysia?
Yeah, we are prepared well, and we are just looking forward for the game. And so last year we are always playing with the Malaysia, and our result is really good. So we are now focusing on this game, and it's really important for Pakistan. Look forward for this game now.
You beat them narrowly in the pool stages in Oman at the Asian Champions Trophy. You then beat them again, of course, in the semi-final. What's your main focus going to be tonight?
Our main focus is right now on a plenty corner of Malaysia. If we are defended well and our plenty corner we execute well, then we will win this game.
Good luck tonight, Rehan.
Thank you.
Rehan Butt knows that penalty corners on both sides are hugely important. Of course, Malaysia have Razi Rahim and Bilal for Pakistan. Look out for those two names at the top of the D. For penalty corners this evening, Malaysia and Pakistan both need 3 points in Pool D. Ollie is having a jolly in the stands here at the Klinger Stadium. The Odisha 2018 Men's Hockey World Cup is well and truly in full flow. The crowd again fantastic this evening. India still a few days away from their final match in Pool C as the umpires take to the blue turf of this renovated stadium, which has really upped the mark for World Hockey Stadiums. At the ready, the focus is on Pakistan in the white and the orange and black of Malaysia. Two teams that have played a lot recently, the Asian Champions Trophy in Oman. They took to the pitch in back-to-back matches. The pool match, Pakistan won 1-0, then they drew 4-4 in the semi-finals. Pakistan making their way to the final of the Asian Champions Trophy on a shootout. And of course they became joint champions because the unthinkable happened and the final in Oman was rained off. There is Talib, the captain of Malaysia. Altmans, of course, having switched from Pakistan to Malaysia, just leaves a little bit of bite in this match. 3 points up for grabs, vital for both teams. Malaysia and Pakistan will want to get off to the perfect start this evening. Will want to take away advantage into the last round of matches. Shri Nalini Kantapradan, Engineer-in-Chief, come Secretary of the Works Department and Governor of Odisha, getting welcomed by the umpires and captains, and he's accompanied by Commander R.K. Srivastava, Executive Director of Hockey India. And now, of course, we will have the national anthems of the two teams. Well, as the anthems finish, the two teams ready to go. Hassan Sada and Rehan Butt on the Pakistan bench, applauding their team's national anthem. Well, Malaysia, coached by Roland Toltmans, he sends out S. Kumar, the number 16, in goal. Look out for Faiz Jali, he's tough in centre-back alongside Razi Rahim, the drag vicar. Fitri Sari starts at centre midfield alongside Jalan Noor. Up front, Tajuddin, Tenku Tajuddin, Faisal Sari and Razemi. Well, that is a forward line that, given chances, can cause problems. One of the nicest people you will ever meet in hockey. On his 308th appearance for Malaysia, 38 years of age. He's played here in India for UP Wizards. S. Kumar had an absolute stormer against Netherlands in the last match. Pakistan, Imran Butt starts in goal. Mohammed Irfan and Alim Bilal, the drag flicker, alongside each other at centre-back. Mohammed Rizwan, the number 11, will look to cause problems down the left-hand side as Umar Bhuta causes problems in midfield. From the right, Najaz Ahmed up front. Well, there is Mubashir Ali, number 3 on his back, 36 appearances for his country. Played in the Asian Champions Trophy, scored against Japan in a 1-1 draw, picked up bronze at the Asia Cup of 2017. He's the backup flicker for Pakistan. Gregory Utenhove and Diego Barbas, the umpires for this one. Well, Malaysia are having their final conversations. What can they change from that horror show of a start against the Netherlands? 7-0 they lost. Pakistan lost 1-0 to Germany. They go head-to-head now.
10,
9,
8,
7,
6,
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's play.
And off Pakistan go, all in white, here in Bhubaneswar. Jagbir Singh alongside me, Jagbir, an all-Asian clash, which is mouth-watering if A, these two can get the quality high enough, and B, if they really go for broke.
It's going to be an open game, let me tell you that. Not that defensive how these teams have been playing against the Europeans. So these will be more like Asian style of hockey, except for the changes which Roland would have brought in his Malaysian team. That's a defensive structure which he had been trying to bring in the Pakistan side as well.
This goes in, but not completely by Ayman Razimi. Pakistan just in the bottom corner. Ali Shan moves it to Tosik. Shan needs to get away from there because he's actually a forward and he's hanging around in defensive areas for Pakistan.
And he's been one of the key scorers. This youngster has scored 8 goals in this season, 2018 so far. So a lot of eyes will be there on Shah Ali.
Yeah, Bhuta looks down the line, holds play up, former Junior World Cup player, back to someone who stood out a lot in Oman at the Asian Champions Trophy, Shakil Ahmad Butt, but Bilal. Pakistan early possession. Rashid plays for Aranyarud in Holland. Oh, what a ball that was. Shan wanted more than he got there.
It was an excellent pass. He looked up inside the circle, there was support available, and then what could have been a great deflection to start with.
Sada was head coach at the last tournament that Pakistan appeared at a month ago, and he's Rehan Butt from assistant coach now to head coach, and Hassan Sada back to manager. Nabil Noor wins the long corner for Malaysia. There is Hassan Sada. Jagbir, someone you know very, very well, and a fine player in his day.
A great centre forward with great skills. No one can forget the '84 Olympic Games, what Pakistan played. Hassan Sada was the key player then.
People talk about the glory days of Pakistani hockey, but it is a while ago. How good were they?
Not better than India during those days, I can say that. But yes, later on, the quality of hockey in Asia was because of India and Pakistan.
Penalty corner. Conversations between Irfan and Shakil Butt. Lifted up into his boot just on the line.
It was smart hockey, deflecting it for that foot he was looking at, because they've got Razi Rahim, and Razi Rahim has been so instrumental in getting Malaysia the lead on many occasions. That's Razi Rahim on the screen.
Razi Rahim, and walking away also, Faisal Sari will be alongside him. Don't be surprised if it goes to Sari. He is a player who, in penalty corners, does have an effect as well. Malaysia's first penalty corner, the first chance for them to score a goal in this World Cup. What can they do? It is Sari. They have to try again. Razi Rahim wins a second penalty corner.
Well, they kept that pressure. It was a good rush. We've seen some outstanding rushes during the penalty corner defense, and this is one reason why rarely we could see direct drag goals even in the previous match. And this one, he was running very well in the line of the ball.
Castles stay the same. Razi on the left, Faisal, Sari on the right. Two of the leading scorers in Malaysian hockey.
Wait for 10 seconds. Sorry. I'm waiting.
As the clock has to tick down the full 40. How crucial a goal here for Malaysia to start well. They switch. It's Razi. Good save, Imran, but Malaysia might get a second bite to the cherry, but suddenly Umar Bhuta can break. Pakistan have two players up. Irfan Jr. played it to Ali Shan. Penalty corner, Pakistan. how quickly hockey can swing.
So end-to-end stuff as expected, and Omar credit goes. This is the previous one. Once again, in the middle, no problems for the goalkeeper. An experienced one for Pakistan.
Should he here have cleared that away? He was trying to clear it off to the side, playing it straight back down the middle.
Well, this is Omar Butta's pass. He took his time on top of the circle, intelligent hockey, hunting for the PC, which they got now. They've got good drag flickers also on the pitch.
Cholan was the man who kicked it. Ali in the centre of the screen, 13 on his shorts, is one to look out for. Next to him will be Mohamed Irfan. It is Alim, and he was going for the deflection off the number 7, Mohamed Irfan Jr., who scored against India at the Asian Champions Trophy to surprise Srijesh and co.
Well, Bilal is a good drag flicker, and I would expect the first one to be a direct drag. And this time they wanted to have a variation.
Jugbir, was that the point? Is that what Malaysia would have been thinking, and that's why they went variation straight away?
Even doesn't matter, because the confidence of the drag flicker is more important.
Bilal once more. It's Kumar equal to it. He's an all-out power flicker, is Bilal. That time didn't have enough to the stalwart in goal for Malaysia. Ball flashes on the tomahawk across the deep.
Good injection. He had a lot of time. Wanted to get that right, high top. But Kumar Subramaniam, one of the most experienced and outstanding goalkeepers Malaysia has ever produced. He was the one who took his team to the finals in the Asian Games after winning in shootout, beating India.
Faiz Jali. He really is a tenacious centre-back. He's one of the shortest players here at the World Cup, if not the shortest. But trust me, he will very much get in the mix and not take a backward step. Forward now comes Fitri Sari. Cholan into the deep. Better this from Malaysia. Fitri once more, peels away, looking for options behind. Finds Azri. Fairly slow and time-consuming transfer. Imran easily saves.
But great hockey, good stuff from Malaysia. Timely transfers and timely deflections.
That is a very, very good diving save from Shakil. He's just goes back to collect.
A great one, leaving it for the last touch. That was no Safik. Roland with that sad face. He's expecting his team to go into the lead early.
Malaysia threatening. Safik once more. Nearly collecting on the reverse. Part from way over on the other side. There's the head-to-head. Well, Pakistan 18 wins, Malaysia just the 4, 8 draws. It's a rather weighted head-to-head towards Pakistan, but I wouldn't necessarily take it for red that they will get a victory against Malaysia here this evening. It's not a nailed-on thing that Pakistan will pick up 3 points.
Well, the coach will make a bit of difference there also. Roland, as we know, that he's been known as a coach with golden touch.
Pakistan, of course, the most, I would say, dreadful aerial ball from Faiz Jali, a player who is an excellent player for Malaysia, but he didn't know his own strength there and threw it about 15 yards too far off the end of the pitch.
But Pakistan, well, we'll come back to that. Earlier today, we had another sensational game. Germany beating Netherlands by 4-1.
It goes Malaysia's way. It really was a very quick turnaround from the Germans in that fourth quarter. On a piece, and then just took the game away from the Netherlands.
Predictions going wrong from both. We said 2-1. Rick said 3-2.
But
and Germany surprises everyone.
Jugbir, it was nice to get a win prediction for once, one way or the other.
Yeah, But Germany, as we said during the pre-studio show, that they raised 2 occasions. They are a quality team.
You discount Germany in any tournament in world sport, maybe bar the Rugby World Cup, at your peril. And if they qualify for the Rugby World Cup, I won't discount them.
Then I remember 2002, Australia were the favourites, and Germany surprised them in the finals, beating them, and in 2006 as well.
As he gets Malaysia started once more. 0-0 the score here at the Odisha Hockey World Cup 2018 on the blue and stunning turf of the Kalinga Stadium. The facilities here, really, if you're not in Bhubaneswar, take our word for it, they are unbelievable. A level that has been very, very much raised, the benchmark for hockey facilities in the world game. Quick break now. Excellent from Malaysia. And then the final pass just going astray. Ajaz Ahmed enjoyed himself at the Asia Cup of 2017 in Dhaka. Scored one absolutely unbelievable solo goal. Can't do it on this occasion. And away comes Tengku Tajuddin. Finds his forward mate Faisal. And Faisal gets rather hacked on the stick and a penalty corner.
Well, these are 2 smart players for Malaysia, Faisal and Tajuddin, scoring more than 40% of the goals Malaysia has scored in the season so far, and Faisal playing his tricks with that experienced hand, waiting for the defender to tackle, and then sticks sound, a penalty corner.
Malaysia have been here before this evening. Had 2 penalty corners so far. Faisal
10 seconds, come on, time.
Switching to Razi. Clark just saying, get on with it, guys, come on. Faisal's on the left. Pull out for Malaysia. Razi on the right, here he comes. Great save from Butt that time. Had no option as to where to put the ball. And over goes Rizwan to try and clear, but only partially cleared for Pakistan.
Well, Razi has been scoring a lot of PCs, but this time he's not finding that angle.
Rosemi! But dived down, the ball was stopped in front of him by a Malaysian stick.
There we go. Right side, well anticipated. He was there, he had positioned himself, the goalkeeper, smart enough to be there before the ball was coming. There you see, perfect goalkeeping.
Jagbir, as a forward, you will enjoy analysing goalkeepers. He's playing well tonight, Imran, but do you feel his balance is up to this level? Do you feel he's always looking balanced? To me, he's always slightly on his heels.
Well, he had an outstanding game against Germany. As we saw, Germany had a lot of circle penetrations, but he could just keep them, you know, at bay with just conceding 1. And today also, he will be the key player today, defending his team.
Fan. Lovely ball, Shakil. That is uncharacteristic of an exceptionally talented player, the number 16. Just 22 years of age. Umar, that was not the nicest ball to deal with for him. Did very, very well. Tosik, who's Tasawar Abbas, who's had to switch numbers coming into this competition, wore number 6 in their last competition, but Rashid's return has meant to go to 21. Down the line he plays the ball towards Shan, who just slides the ball off the end of the pitch.
Well, one of the most promising players, Ali Shan, scored a couple of goals, but then a lot will depend upon the experienced midfield. That's Rizwan, Omar, Gutta. Then they've got Rashid. These are the playmakers. These are the guys who will not only encourage or take ahead the young brigade. They've not been able to score. They've not been able to get more penetrations against Germany. But this is the time. They've been playing more often, regularly, recently, in the Asian Games, in the Asian Champions Trophy, and also in Asia Cup in 2017.
There's of course a clash between two Asian teams, two of the top Asian teams going. India, of course, the highest ranked Asian country in the FIH rankings. They're 5th in the world currently. That rise in the rankings over the last few years for the Indian team. These two aiming to replicate what India have managed to do. Shan gets around the back. That's a diving challenge, and the Malaysians had to be very, very careful. Faiz Jali timing it to perfection.
Well, support has to come for Shan at the baseline. May not be easy for him to just carry the ball for such a long way.
Touch, and Irfan Jr. thought he had beaten S. Kumar there. No such luck.
We've seen a lot of centres coming in from the central corridor now in the previous matches, and this one also. Brilliant touch, very smartly so, just changing the direction of the ball towards the goal, but smart goalkeeping by Kumar.
S. Kumar just putting his stick down behind as well as an extra piece of protection. Oh, now Mubashir, I think it is. It's not Mubashir, sorry, it's Trasi Karshad has just taken a knock on the knee. Malaysia, though, break wastefully so. They had a great opportunity there. Razi. And the long corner to the team in orange, Malaysia. No points in the World Cup so far for these two teams. 3rd and 4th in the pool of death. Germany have taken those 2 wins from 2 games, limping their way past Pakistan and then tearing the Netherlands apart in the final quarter of their match this evening. It puts them on 6 points. Roland and Rehan's teams are chasing at the moment. They're yet to get off the mark. Pakistan and Malaysia this evening, it's still 0-0. A late goal in this first quarter would settle the nerves for one or the other. Shakil. Aleem, a fabulous drag flicker, very powerful. Sometimes Jabir a little lethargic in his general play. Irfan Jr. will come back to that in a second, a player who is anything but lethargic in how he plays the game. An out-and-out poacher goal scorer. He gets penalised there by Diego Barbas of Argentina. So Cholant has to be watchful. That is a very good tackle in mid-air.
The tackling well.
Without the hand, okay?
And Bilal lifts the ball.
Number 12, number 12.
What a happy Fitri Sari. Going back to Bilal, Jabir, a player who no one's doubting his quality from the top of the circle, but in defence, is he a weakness for Pakistan?
Well, he plays to his strength. That's his recovery part. He may not be as good as the others in tackling, but then he's got the strength. That's his weapon in converting penalty corners. He wasn't successful in the earlier ones, but he and Mubashir, 2 guys, can change the game.
Coaches come out to have their discussions. End of the first quarter. It's Pakistan 0, Malaysia 0. The goalkeepers have been very busy. The end of the first quarter of this edition Men's World Cup Pool D encounter. It's Malaysia 0, Pakistan 0. Rashid Mahmood got Pakistan going.
Was looking for a deflection. He went at the right place but couldn't find the touch. And this time, good anticipation by Imran, the goalkeeper. He's taking his position before the drag has been taken. Another good save by Kumar, using his experience to the best. Not that strong a deflection. to beat an experienced goalkeeper like Imran. Once again, good goalkeeping. The power was there in the drag, but not good enough to beat the goalkeeper.
Well, 53% possession for Malaysia, 47% for Pakistan. Malaysia been in the Pakistani circle 8 times, have 4 shots. Pakistan 2. It's 0-0. Well, the Hockey World Cup of 2018, the Odisha Hockey World Cup of 2018. Pool D, the second matches are about to be concluded once we played 3 more quarters. Will Pakistan, will Malaysia get that first win, the elusive win so far, a win that could take them into knockout hockey if they continue in their final game to show some form? A win tonight really will make a big difference. The white of Pakistan, normally the green shirts of course, and the orange and black of Malaysia. Well, so far they've offered us no goals, but they have kept the goalkeepers busy.
With a great hockey legacy, Pakistan, imagine they couldn't qualify for the Olympics previous and also the World Cup in the previous edition. But this time, in spite those financial crunches, Pakistan has managed to reach this World Cup. There were ifs and buts, but now everything to fight for.
And Pakistan have the ball in the circle. They can't get a shot away. Syed Cholam was the player that deflected the ball off previously, and now Razemi at pace. Oh, that was a really good ball. But Faisal he's got pace, Faisal, but he just couldn't quite get there.
Well, he's one of those nippy forwards Malaysia has, and Malaysia has been relying on his strikes. Just imagine if he would have received the ball, there was only one defender ahead of him.
I tell you what, for him not to be able to reach a ball, it must have been a long way in front, because he's not slow, Faisal. And he's got a wicked shot on him when he gets going.
What the brothers, Fitri Sari and Faisal Sari. Fitri was in fact encouraged by Faisal to take on hockey. Key players for Malaysia.
Shan, reverse stick cross. It's Faiz that time who picks up the volley. Malaysia making it look easy to pick the ball out the air. Down it goes from Mahan. Razemi, poor pass from him. Simple enough for Shakil Ahmad, but and then Razemi comes back around the corner, and a bit of a forwards tackle from him there.
Must compliment the good work done by Rehan and his team. Rehan Bhatt, I would say the coach, Hassan Sardar and also Taqeed Dar, who have taken up once Roland left the Pakistan team. The defense seems to be in a very good position. In spite leaving or missing the balls in the attacking half, you could see them recovering very fast and also at the right position to defend the team.
What's nice here at this World Cup is this Pakistani team actually, to me, seem quite settled. Mohammed Irfan plays the ball into the D. They seem settled. They seem like they've stepped up a gear from a month ago when that coaching partnership were very new to this team.
A combination also. It's Rehan, who had played under Roland Holtman, imagine, and now Roland Holtman is with Malaysia. Hassan Sardar, one of those players who players like Rehan would have idolized.
Couldn't get the shot away. Malaysia, this is getting very much end-to-end stuff. Faisal utilises a substitute who's on in a flash. It is, of course, Farhan Ashari. Cross goes in towards Joel Van Huysen, the son of the assistant coach and former head coach of Malaysia, Stephen Van Huysen. Can bring it away for Pakistan.
It was a very impressive counter-attack this time, even though he could receive, but what a neat and clean tackle, even on the run. But number 16 of Pakistan, that's Ahmed Bhatt. Nicely done. We were talking about the defense.
Genuine quality, and he's a player who has really stood out over the last year for this Pakistani team in some difficult times. Quality shining through. Scored in the Asian Champions Trophy against Oman, made a real impact in that game on the right-hand side. Fourth in the Asian Games, losing out, of course, to India 2-1 in the bronze medal match there. And Malaysia, look at that, encouraging themselves down the right-hand side more than anywhere else.
Well, contrast to what the Europeans have been playing, because most of the teams we've seen earlier are moving from the left and the centre, and Malaysia trying to play more from the right side.
Rahim, Tenku, vast experience for the number 23, explaining to Roland Altmans what's happening out there on the ground. Very important for coaches to get that sort of feedback. He's played over 270 times now, Tenku.
A very key discussion, because before going into the break, it's important to understand what the seniors are expecting out of the team, and Tajuddin and also Faisal have that experience. They've done enough for Malaysia, including Kumar Subramanian.
As we see, wow. Well, Pakistan are taking the direct route, I think it's fair to say, this evening. Not many of sputs or maybes. It's line to goal and nothing else. 20% from the right-hand side, 80% straight down the middle.
Because they've done their homework well. They've seen Malaysia conceding more goals from the centre while they were playing against Netherlands. There were more than 16 circle entries from the middle, from the centre, and that's where Malaysia was broken, when Hertzberger could score easy deflections, and Pakistan playing to the same strategy today.
Yeah, Rizwan is hobbling, which is a concern for Pakistan, because their captain is a bit of a talisman for them. It's nice to see, though, here is his impact has actually been less, not because he's playing badly, but because as a team, man for man, Pakistan are really stepping up in this competition. Ejaz Ahmed into the D. That is a superb tackle again on the run. We saw it from Pakistan minutes ago. Now it's Nursaya Fiq of Malaysia's turn to get involved with some magnificent tackling. Diego Barbas is very worried indeed about Abu Bakr here. Abu Bakr Mahmoud.
Well, I think the ball hit his head, and that's where he may not be feeling that some of the ball because of that speed, I'm sure.
To me, it was good that he immediately signalled that, because it shows that it obviously didn't knock him out or anything, which is very important. The umpire's incredibly careful about impact with the head area in hockey.
He did try his level best. Look at his commitment for that ball. Just trying to get whatever it takes to get Pakistan the goal.
Technicality here. Both players diving into a challenge. Both players making contact with a man. Both players could actually have picked up a yellow card there, 10-minute yellow card.
I think because of the ball was common between the two, between the defender and also the attacker. So difficult for the umpire to just make out.
One nullified the other. Yeah, that's how it stands at the moment. There would be 5 points between the top, Germany, Pakistan and Malaysia. Netherlands, well, that loss today really does affect their ability to claim first place. Of course, Germany have Malaysia to come.
So this is in fact a do or die match for both the teams. Whichever teams takes the point goes for crossover.
The new format of the World Cup means that it's no longer just the top two out of a pool that go into a quarter-finals. Crossovers become the name of the game.
Thank you.
Talib waits to restart for Malaysia. Second and third in every pool go into a crossover, essentially a playoff to make the quarter-finals. The top team in each pool, they get automatic passage. They get a bit more rest as well.
Even if they play a draw, then just a guess, even if they play a draw, Pakistan still has better goal difference because they've not conceded as many as Malaysia has. And the way they are defending, they will be playing a good game against Netherlands.
Just imagine Pakistan go and beat the Netherlands. Malaysia somehow beat Germany. That would put Netherlands out the competition.
Even after what you saw today, Germany did to Netherlands. But anything can happen. How we've seen what China could do, France could do, and also how Ireland has been playing.
Oh, I'm not saying it's going to necessarily happen, Jugbir. I'm just giving the scenarios. Faisal loses out in a battle and then goes in search of the ball once more. Still going Faisal. Did that take a touch? Yes, it did. Mubashir Ali couldn't get out of the way. And again, Malaysia have a penalty corner. It's their fourth now of the match. They haven't put any away.
That's hard work is the key to success, and Faisal Sari just meeting those expectations. He lifted the ball, played some 3D skills with just one hand, and he found the foot for another penalty corner. Let's see how Razi Rahim brings Malaysia to success. They have been scoring a lot of goals. This machinery, especially a combination at the top of the circle.
Feeling here, we might see a variation from the Malaysians. They've used Rahim and Faisal. They've had 3 penalty corners. What have they got? Cholan's there. It's Faisal. It's into Imran Butt, and again he just stands his ground and makes the save. Jali is asking for a referral.
Normally you don't see Fitri Sari getting involved in these discussions, but he was very confident.
Simon, can you check if the ball was pushed voluntarily outside or any push on the attacking player?
Okay, I'll check.
Nerves for Malaysia. They wait to see. Have they got another penalty corner from this referral? Each team, of course, have a referral at the start of the game. They can use it as long as they keep getting it right. Imran Butt having a great game so far.
Once again, it was no problem for the goalkeeper because he was there. He's anticipating it well. Yeah, there was a shoulder play in between. There was a shoulder play done.
Vitally, what's the difference between a 50-50 sort of clash of shoulders and essentially a shoulder barge?
Let's see where the ball was. Ball was within the reach of the attacker, and then he was pushed. The shoulder was used to disallow the attacker.
Gregory, I see no reason to change your decision, and Malaysia lose their referral.
I keep the long corner.
Simon Taylor in New Zealand sees it as a 50-50. It was a difficult call, to be fair.
It's going to be a difficult road ahead for Malaysia because losing your video referral at this stage in quarter 2 with 7 minutes to go on the clock is so crucial.
Talib on the ball with Azri. Down the line it goes, and Razem is there. Spins, gets the ball out of his feet. Ball into the top of the D. Tengku. Malaysia, though, keep coming. Cross it goes. Imran Butt has to get involved. And Pakistan hat clear somehow, anyhow.
What a goal mouth melee that was inside the circle. Everyone wanted to get that ball, but very nicely, neatly done in defense by Pakistan.
Jalal crossed it in. Tengku did what he does best. Just an annoying forward.
This was the earlier one. Very well defended. Good goalkeeping once again.
Roland Altman's face says it all there. Now Imran Butt has got an issue. I didn't actually see what it was that has caused him to take his helmet off. He's obviously got a kit issue.
Ready?
Wait. Guys, it's another bully. Come on.
Diego Barbas, the umpire, calls for a ball to be thrown in. Imran Butt's ready to go again.
Come here.
Pakistan's goalkeeper. Well, they need him to be full strength. 6:44 left in the half, left in the second quarter. Mubashir, back it goes. An open, expansive game so far, a very clean game between these two as well. The spin from Muttalib. It goes to Razi Rahim. Silver medalists Malaysia at the Asian Games in Jakarta. Circle penetrations, double for Malaysia.
Well, the only person in between who's stopping these circle penetration convert into the goal is the Pakistan goalkeeper.
Nice Jali. Transfer from him, had to put enough on it because the cross had come. Atiq. And Pakistan win it back, and Shan. Oh, that was a terrible pass. Malaysia have the chance to get forward. 7 Malaysian players in the Pakistani half. Pakistan rather slow to get back behind the ball here. And then the cross is a poor one from Shukri Muttalib.
Well, Malaysia has the grip, a comfortable grip, I would say, on the game. And it's just about getting a goal. Doesn't have to rush for those backhand crosses when he's not sure. Possession will count.
4-4 the last time these two played, just before that in the Asian Champions Trophy pool. They played out a very drab 1-0. Pakistan won.
Yes.
Really celebrated the win very, very enthusiastically. They'd already qualified for the last 4 of the Asian Champions Trophy. Bhuta loses possession. Jalil won it back, and again Malaysia can build. Azwan Hassan moves it on. There's Jali. Razi.
And Pakistan's strength has always been their attack and the maneuvering midfield, which generally feeds the attack, but this time more focus on the defense somehow. The rhythm in attack is not coming. The combination, the understanding.
Well, a chance. Atiq on the left-hand side to Shan. From him. Of course, India has the Hockey India League. Europe has very strong leagues in Germany, in the Netherlands, and of course the European Hockey League as well. Malaysia also has a professional league, Jugbir, which is a great help to these players playing alongside the likes of Gonzalo Payat.
I remember Gonzalo once saying that even though he may not get that finances, or he may not be paid as good as he's been paid during the European leagues or the Hockey India League, but he still loves to play in a different atmosphere and environment, and Malaysian League is one of the best ones there.
Nil-nil. 3 minutes 7 left in the second quarter. And this is how Pakistan have turned the ball over.
As you can see, that they didn't have that fluency in attack, and turning the ball over so many times.
Okay.
Touch away. Oh, that was a nearly average tackle from Rizwan. Now the chance again from Malaysia. Quickly ahead of play. Shari, poor pass for Fitri, who looks up to the sky in disgust. Shakil now stretching his long legs. And now Pakistan have a chance. It really is end-to-end. Umar Bhuta cuts back inside. It's injured partway through the Asia Cup of 2017. Gets a penalty corner here in Game 2 of the Odisha World Cup 2018. Shukri Muttalib penalised.
So that's where turnovers are there for Malaysia on the attack, and immediately Pakistan getting the ball, and Umar Bhuta using his experience and a bit of trick there, waiting for the sticks to make that sound, and looking at the umpire finally getting a great chance for Pakistan in terms of penalty corners.
The 7th penalty corner we will have had this evening. Statistics don't look good the attackers. They look very good for S. Kumar in the Malaysian goal. None scored from 7. Rizwan will pull out. Abu is there alongside Alim Bilal. Abu scored in Dhaka at the Asia Cup. Alim Bilal playing that competition. Penalty corner again.
Captain, Pakistani captain, come here. When I say play, you have to play. We can't wait, okay? Come on, the time is on stop. When I say play,
What he was talking
play.
about, the 40 seconds, and this is count number 3. Mubashir taking that penalty corner. Mubashir has scored. I would say he's been the leading scorer in penalty corners in year 2018 for Pakistan.
Mubashir it is. The backup flicker for Pakistan. Goes low this time. He has a bit more guile to his flicks. Normally a bit cleverer with how he places them. Maybe not quite the power of Bilal.
Well, this time they wanted to make a variation back to the pusher at the first post, at the near post. That's the goalkeeper's right side. He wasn't there at the position. He was too early before the ball reached. A good position to get the deflection is the key for a variation like this.
Saeed. Pace from him. Still going through the tackle. Sideline ball, Malaysia. Just over a minute left in the half, and well, if you're just joining us, it's been an entertaining and attacking 0-0 draw so far. The second and third ranked teams in Asia who know each other's games well. They've been coached by the same team in the last year. Pakistan first by Roland Altmans, and then Malaysia got the services of the Dutchman. At the moment, in the orange, Malaysia are trying desperately to get a goal which would take them into the break ahead. Altmans, well, he just wants his team to start firing. He wants them to start playing their hockey. He said that before the match began.
He turned well. He knew the ball he had to send across, but not good timing to get the deflection.
Did superbly to jump through and take that aerial ball. Seconds running out for both. Razi with the tackle. He'll be aware of where the clock is. The hooter goes. It has been a half of all-out effort between Pakistan and Malaysia. But effort doesn't always result in goals. We haven't had any so far in this one. The first half, and now Mubashir Ali has done his best from the penalty corners. The last two for Pakistan couldn't quite find the back of the net. Well, at the moment, neither coach will be really disappointed with the first half, but neither will be singing their team's praises either, because Malaysia and Pakistan, despite entertaining, haven't quite given anyone anything to celebrate so far. At half-time, the Odisha Men's World Cup 2018, Malaysia 0, Pakistan 0.
Welcome back to the Klinger Stadium Edition Men's World Cup. Pool D, Malaysia, Pakistan in the pool of death are playing out what could definitely not describe as a lifeless 0-0 draw at the moment. Attacking, trying to make breakthroughs left, right and centre, but it just hasn't quite linked up for either team so far. There's been penalty corners galore. Faisal failing with that one in round, but making the save for Pakistan. Bilal trying to pick out the top left-hand corner, but S. Kumar was there. Deflection, but was equal to it. Razi Rahim, very famous in Malaysian hockey. Extraordinaire. Pakistan trying to find a way. Said Cholin has been picking the ball superbly in the air this evening. Malaysia broke forward. Faisal's quick. He's not that quick. 0-0. Frustrating half for both. Lovely ball into Joel van Huysen. His first touch was almost too good. The ball just didn't come with him, and Shakil Ahmad Butt steps across. Rizwan trying to be influential. The touch didn't affect S. Kumar. Abu can knock on the head later in the half. It's okay now though. It's just there in fact. They'll be back up. Saifiq with a very important tackle against Ajaz Ahmed. But again, the shot, Malaysia importantly lost their referral. Mubashir Ali then had a bash. It wasn't successful. Well, they're dancing. The crowds aren't at the moment celebrating. It's 0-0 the Edition Men's World Cup, but plenty to come in the second half. Are smiling. They'd like a goal here. The statistics, well, possession is barely anything in it at all. 13 circle penetrations though from Malaysia, 7 for Pakistan. Very even shots. Malaysia have created less in the circle than Pakistan in relation to the amount of times they've gone in as a percentage. Pakistan 4 from 7, Malaysia just 5 from 13. Penalty corners, well, both teams will want to forget their penalty corner statistics from the first half. Rehan Butt, in his interview before the game, said penalty corners would be hugely important. So far, they haven't affected the scoreline at all. It'll be Pakistan or Malaysia who celebrate a win at the end of this second match for them in Pool D. We're going to go down now pitch side. Charlie Broom with one of the coaches.
Yeah, your thoughts on that first half?
Well, yes, it's all both sides are playing good, and they're attacking with full force. And we were quite unlucky, not scoring goal on some few opportunities, but we'll try to score and snatch 3 points.
Listen, better luck in the second half.
Thank you so much.
Well, Hassan Sada doing the talking that time, the team manager. His head coach, of course, a month ago. Still wants to have his say. There in goal, S. Kumar. Player we highlighted at the start of the game, was best goalkeeper 2009 at the Asia Cup. Played in numerous Sultan Aslan Shah Cups. Made his debut in Australia.
16 years ago, 2002. Stalwart of this Malaysian team. The third quarter is underway here at the Odisha Men's World Cup of Hockey 2018. Pool D encounter. Malaysia and Pakistan have not provided us any goals so far. They have provided us plenty of action. Rashid just making sure the ball goes out of play and doesn't allow a speedy start for Nabil down the right-hand side. Jugbir Singh alongside me this evening. Jugbir, who's going to get the breakthrough? Is anyone going to get the breakthrough?
Well, Malaysia, the way they are playing, I'm sure they will be the early ones to get a breakthrough unless Pakistan moves well on the counters, because they have not been able to move at the turnovers. The combination in the attacking line, even though they have Rehan Butt and Hassan Sardar, both of them have been extremely outstanding attacking players for Pakistan, both in their own era. I would say in 80s if it was Hassan Sardar, in 90s it was, or maybe a bit later, it was Rehan Butt.
Does, as you said, both of them exceptional attacking players. As we see the shots for both teams, Malaysia 5, Pakistan 4. Does being an exceptional attacking player automatically make you an exceptional attacking coach for Pakistan?
Not at all, because coaching qualities are completely different from a player's perspective. You need to have those, inputs which are required at the right time, and not necessarily a good coach can become a good player can become a good coach. But at this moment, I'm sure they can share their experience with the players, because it's been only a while, less than a month, since they have taken responsibility of the team.
Shakil with the ball into the deep. Free hit goes Pakistan's way. Don't forget Malaysia in the orange and black. Pakistan in the white this evening. Change of shirt for them from the green shirts to the white shirts this evening. With Irfan. Ladies hockey. Part of his career in England. Return from Umar Buta. Trips. Gets the decision of the umpire. It goes to Ali. Irfan just spreads the play at the back. Former captain of this team. Now that responsibility has gone to Rizwan Senior. Lifted ball in, and again the timing of Malaysia on the lifted ball. Razi Rahim's turn this time. Absolutely exquisite. The ball goes, Tenku picks up deep in his own 23. Does very well to get round Shan Ali, then puts the ball to the number 5, Tosik Arshad. Now Faisal, can anyone get with him? Tenku's getting there in his own time. Faisal holds it up, knowing it was taking a long time for Malaysian players to get in the D. Razemi was there. Tenku took a very long time indeed.
Well, he was expecting an orange shirt there to support him. He was waiting for his fellow players to reach, but I think he could have made a better use of it, just dragging it towards the baseline and then maybe trying to get a penalty corner rather than wasting such a great chance.
Umar Buta evades Faiz Jali. Mahmood. Rizwan really has, that's Umar Buta in picture, but Rizwan really has done well to get back for this World Cup. Picked up a horrible hamstring injury in the last tournament before the World Cup. As Tenku breaks, three Pakistani players around him. Free hit Malaysia's way. Nabil Noor on the right-hand side. Here he comes. Now Malaysia with a good chance. Somehow, only a long corner coming. As across came Tassawat and did well.
Well, when the teams don't get these open up chances to strike, the easiest thing they can do is get those penalty corners, and Malaysia and Pakistan both have been getting those penalty corners but unable to convert. This is one reason we are still stuck in the quarter 3 without a goal.
So far, though, 9 shots between the two. No goals in the match. No goals in the World Cup for the bottom two in Pool D. 7-0 Malaysia went down to the Netherlands as Jeroen Hertzberger scored the first hat-trick of this global event for hockey. Pakistan, it was much closer. They went down eventually 1-0 to the Germans in their opening game. Performance though for Pakistan filled with pride. That wasn't far away. Tengku was lurking around but couldn't get a touch.
Normally Tengku always is low when he wants to get those balls for a deflection. But this time not timing it well. He ran towards the ball, but no contact with his stick and ball.
Surprising for Tengku. Normally, as the stick so much lower. Oh, and finally, Malaysia miss one. The bouncing ball. Hassan nearly let Ajaz Ahmed in there.
Well, both the teams trying to play the same style of hockey, just crushing, just smashing those balls inside the circle and expecting a miracle to happen, maybe a deflection or something. But until unless a team like Pakistan combines, gets along together as a unit, it's going to be very difficult to break through the Malaysian defense.
Good hands from him, good balance, but very conveniently picked up by Azwan Hassan. Furhan. It's a man of the match performance at the Asian Champions Trophy. Getting forward now ahead of the plate. As New York goes to ground. Furhan was up there in the deep. Oh, that's very clever. Not so clever, though, to get one over on Diego Barbas. Experience throughout the core of this Pakistani team. That man, Mohamed Irfan, really makes them tick.
Then they are no way less in experience. They've got that experience. And good thing about both the teams is that they've been playing competitions together. In the sense, continuous tournaments, Asian Games. They've been in the Commonwealth Games. They have been in the Asian Champions Trophy. And in the late 2017, they played the Asia Cup.
They've had the exposure this year. Of course, the team that haven't really had much exposure, or as much exposure as you would expect, they hosted a tournament in Dusseldorf, along with other smatterings of international exposure. Germany won 4-1 earlier against the Netherlands.
Again, a good centre, a good cross. 2 white shirts available, but not anticipating that ball for a deflection.
Mohamed Irfan Jr. is in the centre. If he can find him, he can't. Crowd just getting a little restless at the moment. Almost in the... They expect a goal here. They really desire a goal. Abu pulled back cleverly. Able to keep the ball in play, Zubair.
That's Umar, a schemer for the team. One of the most experienced guys Pakistan has. A lot of time at the base, need to get better. Need to utilize those half chances inside the circle.
Rashid, 2 minutes on the naughty step for him, the veteran.
Yep. He realized it, that he has done something naughty, and he will get a card for that.
It's experience telling, sometimes breaking down play. Very much part of the game. Tengku trying to out-muscle, can't do so. Pakistan, a man down. Both teams, no goals. There is Rashid Mahmood, and he is an important player within the makeup, within that core that I spoke about minutes ago for Pakistan, alongside the likes of Mohamed Irfan and Rizwan Senior.
Well, he's one of those senior guys, 31 years of age. Just made his debut in 2011.
Diego Barbas says, you can ask us a question if you want to. Pakistan looked tempted but nervous.
Let's see from this angle. The ball was lifted, but none of the defenders were around.
15 seconds, guys.
It
Come on,
is.
speed up, please.
Had Mohamed Irfan not touched that, I think it would have been called dangerous, but because he got the touch and it came off his stick into the man,
5 seconds.
well, it's danger off the Pakistani player.
Yeah, that's a great chance for Malaysia now.
Play.
Can Malaysia finally convert? Razi spins it on the reverse behind his back, and Faisal ends up on his back on the turf. Pakistani defenders get rid of their protective gear.
Well, trying to play a backdoor pass to Faisal. He didn't come onto the ball, was waiting for the ball to reach him in the meantime.
Come on, guys. Long corner.
Yeah, just a long corner. That's where Faisal taking a lot of time to execute.
Long corner to Malaysia. Poor touch, almost works out well for the Malaysians. Shakil Ahmad-Butlow. Tengku trying to keep him in the corner, gets a touch, gives away the sideline ball. It's 0-0. There's just over 4.5 minutes. Pakistan have bought themselves good 5. The sideline. Ball went off right down near the corner flag. And now Nabil Noor. Lovely still, Razemi. Still into the danger zone for Pakistan. Long corner is the call. Tengku doesn't even think about reviewing because he can't, because Malaysia, of course, lost their referral in the first half. Pakistan back to 11. This Jugbir has gone from entertaining end-to-end stuff to scrappy and messy.
Yeah, because both the teams are playing the same style of hockey, even though they have one of the best skillful players in terms of, if Malaysia we talk about Faisal Sari and Tajuddin, Tengku Tajuddin, Pakistan also has the same.
Against Germany, Pakistan, I think it was obvious, raised their game. Against a team like Malaysia, who they play a lot, it seems to me like they're getting dragged back in to a familiar battle.
You're right, because I think the first match they played to their defensive strength. They wanted to keep it compact because they were playing a far better team. And to continue the same against a team like Malaysia, whom they've beaten consecutively, I would say, in the previous encounters, doesn't seem to be a good idea.
Okay.
Malaysia second to Japan in the Asian Games. Of course, that win for Japan, who are hosts of the 2020 Olympics, scuppered the chances of an extra Asian team getting the Asian spot.
But Dan, did you see that final match, Malaysia, when they were comfortably leading by 3 goals margin, and suddenly it went on to 5-5, and then they were leading 6-5 at one time, and it went on 6-6, even the penalty shootout.
It was crazy, wasn't it? Absolutely crazy. 2 penalty, sorry, not penalty shootouts, shootouts.
My apologies, yes, it's shootout now. It's
formal
shootout.
Language. Not allowed to call it a penalty shootout anymore. It's not penalty strokes, of course, anymore. It is a shootout. That is the official line before Jugbir Singh gets a slap on the wrist.
Yes, I deserve that. This is the second time I did so.
Right, Rehan Butt. What's he got up his sleeve for this last 16 3/4 minutes? What have Pakistan got which will turn this, at the moment, 1 point and still no goals in the competition into 3. Mubasher looking for a gap to clear the ball. Happy just to clear their lines. Roland Altmans, former Pakistan coach, well, he's got just over a minute to go before he has to say something to inspire his team. What is it he says?
Well, Roland, when he took over Malaysian team, he wanted to impress the attacking and defensive structure, and he wanted the players to play to their quality. And this is what he wanted to bring in the Malaysian side when he took that challenge. He's been traveling a lot in Asia. With India, first he started with Pakistan, and then with India, and now Malaysia. 3 best teams in the world, in Asia, and Roland has been experiencing all.
You mentioned what Roland wanted to do with this Malaysian team. Do you feel that with him, they have achieved that yet?
I won't say that, because the first match against Netherlands, we could hardly see that glimpse what Roland is capable of.
Hossein flashes up. Now there's a chance. Oh, well defended. There's Jali, one of the tough men of the team. 0-0 still. 12 seconds for Pakistan to get a goal at the end of this 3rd quarter. Joel van Huysen was the man to pass it on, then Malaysia lost it. Shakil, the hooter goes, a grimace on his face, a grimace on both teams' faces. It's still 0-0. It has been a scrappy 3rd quarter, not the quality of the first. That's a lovely tackle from Faiz Jali to stop the shooting opportunity. But at the end of the 3rd quarter in Pool D, still Malaysia 0, Pakistan 0. The Odisha Men's World Cup.
Oh, the earlier ones are again long centers coming in the circle, but no support available. Both the white shirts were behind the orange for a deflection on such passes. That this was a good chance for Faisal, an experienced player. He could have just rushed, took some speed, and then used the baseline, allowing his attackers to just help him out. Another good attempt with a backdoor, but then Faisal Sari, one of the key players for Malaysia, scoring so many goals, but unable to score one this time.
Possession, 50-50. Well, that is absolutely amazing to literally have 50-50 in a game. 16 circle penetrations to 10. Malaysia lead the way. 5 shots to 4, though. Still neither team got a shot in the 3rd quarter. Penalty corners, we have 9. None have gone in. And look at that, 70 turnovers. Well, has Rizwan Senior, the captain of Pakistan, said the words to inspire his team to grab 3 points and give themselves every chance of the crossovers. There's still a way that these 2 teams, with results going their way, could knock the Netherlands out of the crossovers. Germany did themselves every favour earlier on by pulling Netherlands apart in the final quarter, 4-1. Malaysia, Pakistan, the 4th quarter. It's been scrappy in this 2nd half. A game which has been exciting. It's been full of trickery and skill. Ejaz Ahmed using a little bit of football there, but it gets blown up by the umpire.
Desperate efforts, I would say. He dodged him well, but ball beyond his reach. Got to keep it close.
Forward comes Nasri with the ball. Nice spin from Razemi. Still going now. He has a chance. But appeals to the umpire, and the umpire agrees.
Well, one of the best attacks in this quarter. Just dragging the defenders away, and with a tomahawk, though blown as dangerous, the ball was high.
We're too close to each other.
The shot must have been going wide for it to be blown as dangerous. Hard to tell from that angle. Azri.
Play on, play on.
Picked up down below us by Shan. Rizwan, poor pass from him, and Umar Buta won't thank him for that. Fitri just allows the ball to squirm out of play past Umar Buta as he tried to come back around. 0-0 still. Well, Malaysia, it's nice to see them have a shot. We've gone a long time without one.
Yeah, but on the other side, Pakistan will be very happy then to get that equal, just finish the game with 1-1, just 1 point, because they still have that goal difference advantage.
I'd be delighted if they finished 1-1, Jugbir. At least we'd have a couple of goals. At the moment, it's stalemate.
With 1 point, I would say. He'll be happy with 1 point, Pakistan. A worried coach.
Hassan Sada.
Coach or manager?
Team manager at the moment. Rehan Butt, the coach. There was talks, of course, of another coach coming in for Pakistan, but it didn't materialise, as Takir Dar said he would only do it if Hassan Sada could really persuade him. That's what he said in the press, and obviously Hassan Sada's pleads didn't work. Rehan Butt, though, able head coach for Pakistan.
Well, both Takir Dar and Hassan Sardar have played together for many years, and in fact Takir Dar belongs to a family of hockey history.
Aleem to the right-hand side. Pakistan probing. That is very, very good defending from the forward Tenku. Malaysia are currently down to 10. Musafiq off the pitch. Lovely touch again. I tell you what, Malaysia this evening, as you see Jalal there, their picks on the bouncing ball have been superb. Top draw tonight, and I know it's not all about that, but it does make a difference in defence. Oh, S. Kumar had to be aware there. That one really flashing across goal. Ijaz Ahmed, it's his turn to look up to the sky.
Well, he had made some good deflections, and this time the choice was also right. That's on the far post, that's Kumar's right, just missing that angle. Unlucky, otherwise a great effort.
There's too much on the ball from Ijaz Ahmed. Bilal hopping across, nearly kicked the ball, managed not to. Tomorrow, Pool A, as we go into order, A, B, C, D, for the final games of the pool stages of the Odisha Hockey World Cup 2018. Argentina, France, and Spain, New Zealand. Spain, New Zealand first, Argentina, France second. Well, it's going to be very exciting in Pool D. Let's see.
Sorry guys, there's too many people over here, can't see it.
The quarterfinals and the crossovers end up being made up across the pools. Of course, we started the World Cup with India's pool going first, and that continued for the first 2 games. But now, Jugbir, we're back into letter order, alphabetical order. I forgot the word for alphabet for a second there, Jugbir. What are your thoughts on Pool A tomorrow?
Okay, thank you.
Well, I'm expecting France again to play what is expected. They have surprised many teams, but to surprise the gold medal winners of the Olympic Games, they will really have to work a lot, but a lot at stake for France.
Tassour Abbas made it into Rizwan. He's such a floaty player, Rizwan. That's a good ball. Turn. Oh, and it's in! Great goal for Pakistan. On the bench, they're cheering. Rehan Butt is absolutely delighted. It's Irfan Jr., I think, with the goal. We'll have another look. It's Pakistan 1, Malaysia nothing.
Well, this is Rizwan's senior ball, and number 18 there for Pakistan, receiving it, and then Atiq, as expected, he scored a lot of goals for Pakistan this year also, turning 360 degrees and then finding the right side of Kumar Subramanian.
Yeah, Mohamed Atiq with a goal, scored a hat-trick versus Thailand in the first match of the Asian Games 2018. Gets a vital goal here, 51 minutes. Shooting past S. Kumar, who hasn't had much to do. And S. Kumar will be annoyed at himself at the moment. Pakistan will be alongside the Netherlands on 3 points. Atiq it was with the goal.
That was no.
Cholan. Some ball from him. Still going, Fitri loses. Now Pakistan can come away. They can come with pace. Hejaz Ahmed, a Malaysian player, has lost his stick. Hejaz Ahmed loses his radar and can't get the pass away. Malaysia, Sukri Muttalib rebuilding. They need to rebuild here, they need a goal back.
They need to realize that how difficult a team can get into when they miss opportunities, and on the other side Pakistan making the best of it inside the striking circle. With Atiq's strike, the game in control of Pakistan now.
That's how it stands. If this game stays as it is, Netherlands currently second on 3 points. Pakistan currently third on 3 points. Of course, Netherlands and Pakistan will be able to directly have an impact on each other's World Cup in the next game. Germany play Malaysia.
I look at it with an eagle view, or bird view, you may call it, how smartly received, intelligent hockey. Atiq, after receiving the ball, turning around, and instead of finding the left side of goalkeeper Kumar, he just placed it low, finding it difficult for the goalkeeper.
Atiq has been listening to our very own Rick Charlesworth, who said to me in commentary the other day, his rule, in the deep, forward or defender, keep your stick on the ball. He didn't lift his stick off the ball to hit it, just pushed it past Kumar.
That's so important, especially inside the striking circle where you have so many sticks flat on the ground, just inches away from the ball.
And of course Kumar would have probably been expecting the back lift for the hit as well.
For sure. When you strike, during the early days, the coaches, the senior coaches used to say, Dan, the moment you see this color white on the D, just take a strike.
No, too far.
As early as you take a strike, less time the goalkeeper gets to react.
Tenku, what can he do from here? Still going. Pakistani defender lost his stick, Mubashir Ali, very quickly. Penalty corner. Now I think Pakistan will refer. They're the only team with a referral left.
Okay, it's obstruction. You want a referral? You want a referral? You want a referral?
He was free to play hockey.
He was free. Well, it was an obstruction. Okay, okay. Simon?
Go ahead, Diogo.
They're asking if they was free to play. It was nothing.
Do you give the penalty corner
Yes.
for an obstruction? Sure. I'll have a look.
One of the Pakistani players here loses his stick, Mubashir Ali. Just there. I'd say this one's a complex one.
If one could understand what he wanted to say to the umpire.
Does Tenku kick Mubashir's stick? Does he deliberately move his foot in the way of Mubashir's stick? That could be something they look at.
Well, Tenku was looking at the ball. Apart from looking at the ball, he wanted to take the ball in stride.
Hi, Diego. There is a obstruction by the Malaysia player, so I'd recommend a free hit to Pakistan, and Pakistan keep their referral.
Okay.
That was a very smart call by the senior guy, Rashid. Not only saving a video referral, but saving his team at the crucial stage.
It was a very complex call, that one, because there was a lot going on.
Wait.
And as an attacker, I can say that we, as an attacker, one always tries to protect the stick of the defender. Sometimes these tricks work, sometimes they don't. And this is the advantage hockey has, a video referral. The best one to take a call.
Faisal, still going, Faisal. Penalty corner. Now, Pakistan can refer again. They're not going to. They know they did wrong this time. Malaysia have a chance here.
But very nicely done. Neatly done, I would say, inside the circle, dodging past one, and then with that foot, a penalty corner. Faisal, whenever he has the ball, he is a threat.
Salim Bilal there is how Butters saved today. A lot down the middle though. Hasn't really been forced. 5 saves. Hasn't really been forced to move off the centre line much. And it's in! An absolute rip-snorter from Faisal. Malaysia are back in it, their opening goal of the World Cup campaign. And Faisal Sari fires Malaysia back on level terms.
What a great goal. What an angle to score. How much power and accuracy this drag had. Very few drag flickers can see this. It's not only Faisal Sari's first goal in the World Cup, but also one of the most spectacular drag flicks in this tournament so far. Look at the angle, kissing not one, but 3 posts, and there is Roland Tolman with so much of joy.
Well, the left post is calling for first aid here because that was absolutely brutal from Faisal.
Very, very tight.
Terengganu scored 8 goals in 7, the Asian Champions Trophy, and now the Indian fans roaring Malaysia on here. Fitri, aerial ball, taken down, Nabil Noor. Free hit, has outrushed Tezuar. Jalal, ball bounces up, Jalal gets his second bite of the cherry. And then into the boot of Shan. It goes. Pressure on Pakistan. Saeed, Malaysia, they really taste blood here. They're going for broke. They've got just under 5 minutes to turn this game on its head. But Umar Bhutra and Pakistan know they can do the same. Nabil Noor. Nabil Noor once more. Now, what we do know from manager Hassan Sada's interviews is Pakistan only will go for attack. It is their style, it is the way they traditionally play. Malaysia, though, as you've seen here, Jubbir happy to do the same, especially now they've got that goal from Faisal.
Well, is it then time for Pakistan to just withdraw their goalkeeper, and if he really wants to go in all attack, then it's time for them to withdraw the goalkeeper.
Nabil, Tenku picks up, mix up between the two. In fact, it was Faisal, not Tenku, sorry, running across. Oh, draw breath, Jubbir. 1-1, we were complaining about no goals. Now there's too much action.
Did I say 1-1 at some time?
You might have done so. I know I've given you rather a hard time about calling games or predicting games as draws. You might just about have got this one bang on. Lots of time to go though. 3.5 minutes is plenty of time. Malaysia in that Asian Games know just that. The Asian Games final was a seesawing affair which Japan took on the shootout.
Well, good timing, and Faisal onto the ball with that powerful drag. no chance for the goalkeeper, but also setting a benchmark that this is what a drag flick can be.
Finally, they put something wide of Imran Butt and said, you're going to have to move to save this one, and he did not have an answer. However, the goal scorer from Pakistan, Atiq, picks it up. Rashid on to Rizwan. Another player for this Pakistan team who plays with Aran Yeroud in the Netherlands. The Netherlands earlier lost to Germany 4-1. Germany, everyone was saying they came in here undercooked. They proved today they're anything but. Mohamed Irfan can't get away. The whistle goes. Well, the crowd are loving this.
Well, suddenly the match has come alive, if you see that. After the first goal and then this equalizer. Action, end-to-end stuff now.
They're down in the Malaysian D.
Doctor? Yes? Doctor?
Being attended to very quickly. S. Kumar standing over two. So 2:19 to go in the game. Malaysia and Pakistan, 3 really good quarters of hockey and 1 fairly drab one, really. Faiz Jali, the man hobbling off. A player who puts his body on the line for his country. Interestingly, Jugbir, often he is seen as a player who, you know, might get involved in occasionally not the fairest of ways in his tackling. But when you talk to the Malaysian coaches, their viewpoint is actually he gets a lot of harsh treatment from other players.
That's true. One of those guys who really shows full commitment and stands for his team when it's required the most.
26-year-old hobbling down the sideline. He's rolling subs in hockey, so Malaysia another player on. Rashid, thick of the action. And that penalty corner referral. And now, Atiq, the goal scorer. Rashid can't hold on to the ball. Shakil plays it in. Umar Bhuta fades away for Pakistan. Bouncing ball again. Malaysia deal with very, very well indeed. Well, if that was a shot, it was from an incredibly acute angle, and S. Kumar almost looked bored in saving it. How he can be bored. He was surprised by Atiq's goal. Umar Bhuta bellowing orders down in the bottom corner as Atiq, the goal scorer, gets penalised.
Well, you could hear them say in their own language, Ote Hirak, that means keep the ball there only. This was the earlier one. Kumar saving it brilliantly.
So that translation suggesting Pakistan are happy with a point here. Would be the first point of the World Cup in 2018 for both teams. The first goal in the Odisha World Cup 2018 for both teams. It would still give them both a chance of crossover hockey here at the Odisha World Cup of 2018. Germany have 6 points, the Netherlands have 3 points. Germany, of course, face Malaysia next. Netherlands face Pakistan. Ali Shan, 6 seconds to go. Can he get it in the D? Yes, he can. Can Pakistan win something? No, they can't. Will they refer it? Yes, they might. Umar Bhuta. Well, the hooter's already gone.
You can ask, you can ask. Okay, okay. You can. Just go away. No. I understand. You go away. Okay. I heard the question. Simon, Pakistan is asking for stick obstruction in the circle.
Okay, I'll take a look.
Gregory
But he can.
Utenhove.
I know.
As Pakistan refer right at the death. People are filing out. They think it's finished.
Well, that's a smart move by Umar, because in the dying seconds, he has nothing to lose except to take that chance. He was rotating with the ball. The ball did. Yeah. There we see. He's very much in control of the ball. There was one tackle, someone tackling from behind.
That view's inconclusive. Does it pop off the toe? Umar Bhuta pulls the ball back. Does he find the boot? The Malaysian player just there. Hard from that angle.
Gregory, I see no clear reason to change your decision, and Pakistan lose their referral.
And there's confirmation and the end of the game. Pakistan lose their referral, not that they can use it after the game is finished anyway. No penalty corner. Umar Bhuta is discussing great sportsmanship from him. No real malice in his question. He was just intrigued as to what came back down to Gregory Utenhove. Pakistan and Malaysia have given everything this evening. A game which, for 3 of the 4 quarters, was really, really engaging. It produced 2 goals in the end, 2 exquisite goals. Atiq for Pakistan from open play, not lifting his stick off the ball to score. Umar Bhuta and Nabil Noor just having a bit of a conversation. Faisal of Malaysia got them back on level terms with an absolute peach of a penalty corner. The Odisha Men's World Cup, Pool D. Malaysia 1, Pakistan 1. This is how the game played out. Rashid very nearly getting Pakistan off to the perfect start. Ali Shan couldn't connect.
Well, the crosses kept coming in, but the deflections then, and the one which were deflected were just palmed off by goalkeeper. Another good attempt by Razi Rahim, but Imran in position. Malaysia continued their attacking flow. Not able to control, even though he ran more than 20-30 yards. Attacking more from the right this time. Could have been one of the best chances Malaysia had, but clean tackle there.
Joel Van Huysen just couldn't quite get control. Imran Butt, well again, and the ball's fired straight at him. He's able to keep those feet together and make the save. Basha trying to find Rizwan. He wasn't overly happy with the delivery.
But another good turn. This was Atiq receiving the ball and then turning with a quick hand. That's the ball when he received. The ball was bouncing, he still controlled the ball and immediately just changing the direction of the ball on Kumar's right. A class goal, one of the best ones from Atiq.
Bhubaneswar was running on the back post. That had Kumar wondering, and Faisal left no one wondering. In off the post. Malaysia back on level terms.
Wouldn't have seen a better drag than this one coming in from Faisal Sari, the experienced hand for Malaysia. And this is what Roland Holman had to say in signs.
Well, he was very, very happy indeed, Roland. The Odisha Men's World Cup has produced another exciting day of action. Well, the statistics, 52% to 48%. Circle penetrations 19 to 16 in favour of the Malaysians. 7 shots apiece. Look at that, just 1 penalty corner from 10. Faisal, though, with an absolute stunner. It finishes 1-1. 95 turnovers in a match. Charlie Broom with the post-match presentation.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the post-match presentation ceremony for this Pool D clash between Malaysia and Pakistan. First of all, we'd like to thank our sponsors, Odisha Government, Odisha Tourism, Hero Motorcorp, Byju's, Dream 11, Star Sports, Odisha Mining Corporation, Tata Steel, Mapletics, Polytan, Adidas, Sahara and Coca-Cola India. I'd also like to welcome our dignitary to the presentation party, Sri Prabhu Chavla, Editorial Director of the New Indian Express. And the award for Man of the Match goes to Malaysia's number 10, Faisal Sari. And Faisal will collect a cheque for 50,000 rupees. Congratulations to him.
Faisal Sari, a deserved man of the match just for this moment of absolute magic. Imran Butt had no chance at all. The post is still quaking in its boots. Malaysia get their first goal and first point in the Odisha 28 World Cup thanks to their sharpshooter Faisal Sari. The Pakistani team, an excellent performance, but it wasn't enough in the end. They didn't get 3 points. And we're going to hear from Charlie, who's there with Faisal now.
I am with the man of the match, Faisal Sari. Faisal, your thoughts on that game?
For the next game, I'm looking forward against Germany. So we have go back and study the game.
And your thoughts on this game against Pakistan?
Well, that goal very important because draw 1 point for us.
It keeps you alive in the competition. How hard was it after the Netherlands game to pick yourselves up, or did you have a point to prove to your fans tonight?
We have to bounce back against Pakistan. So we just forget the first match and looking forward for the next match.
Well, listen, many congratulations. Best of luck in your final game against Germany.
Thanks.
Well played.
Faisal Sari with a smile on his face. They needed to bounce back tonight. They did just that. It was a good performance from both teams. There were moments of real quality, moments both coaches will hope to forget, but in the end they both take a goal and a point away from the second match for the two teams in Pool D. Hugely important games to come in Pool D for the two teams as, of course, Malaysia continue forward to play Germany, who have 6 points after their win against the Netherlands earlier 4-1. Pakistan have to play the Netherlands. It's been a day of fantastic action at the Odisha World Cup 2018. Well, the fans are gradually streaming out of the well-attended Kalinga Stadium here at the 2018 World Cup. Now, the top goal scorer of the day was, of course, Teak for Pakistan, not taking his stick off the ball, spinning his man, Joel van Huysen, and surprising Kumar, who left the gate open at his near post. Atiq Mohammed, the hero top goal scorer of the day, hasn't affected the top scorers though. Mazzilli, Hertzberger, Simranjeet Singh, 3 apiece. Hertzberger got his in the opening game, couldn't affect the score sheet against Germany. Spain, New Zealand tomorrow. Argentina, France as Pool A takes centre stage, and we decide who will be in the quarter-finals and who, of course, will make it to the crossovers. We will see you again then in the Odisha Men's World Cup 2018.
अभी नहीं है